The almost perfect murder. The first time Detective Maya Arden heard the word accident, she almost believed it. Almost. It was 2:17 a.m. when her phone buzzed across the nightstand. 3 short vibrations that meant someone had already decided the ending before she arrived. Residential fatality, dispatch said. Possible gas incident. Fires on scene. No signs of forced entry. Maya sat up, instantly awake. Name? A pause. Graham Weller, 42. That name snapped the last of the sleep right out of her. Graham Weller wasn't just another address on a quiet street. He was a city planning consultant with an obsessive streak. The kind of man who documented everything. Contractor visits, permit numbers, invoices, dates. Careful people didn't die from accidents in the middle of the night. Maya dressed fast. No coffee, no breakfast. The feeling in her chest wasn't hunger. It was instinct. The kind that whispered, "This is too clean." By the time she arrived, the neighborhood was split by yellow tape and the cold pulse of emergency lights. Firefighters moved with practiced calm. The house itself looked normal. Modern windows, neat hedges, no broken glass, no chaos. Too normal. A fire captain met her at the curb, face serious but already resigned. "Detective, we got a carbon monoxide hit. Furnace rooms below. Homeowner was upstairs." CO alarms? None that we found triggered. There's one in the hallway, but it's old. Inside, the air didn't smell like anything. That was the terrifying part. Because when death has no smell, it arrives like a whisper. Upstairs, in a small office with a desk lamp still on, Graham sat slumped in a chair as if he'd been reading when he simply stopped. His laptop was open to a document, not a story, a list, names, dates, amounts. On the desk, a half-drunk mug of tea gone cold, a notebook filled with neat handwriting, a phone charger plugged in, but no phone, and a framed photo turned face down. A paramedic stepped aside. No pulse when we got here, no trauma, no obvious overdose. Looks like CO exposure. Maya nodded, but her eyes didn't leave Graham's hands. His right hand was clenched. Not dramatic, just tight, like he'd been holding something small, or trying to hold on. The fire captain cleared his throat. "Detective, could just be the furnace. Old unit, bad venting. Happens." Maya's voice stayed calm. "What time did you arrive?" 2:01. "And the neighbors called when?" 1:47. "They said they heard a smoke alarm, but there was no smoke. Alarm stopped by the time we got in." Maya's eyes moved toward the hallway CO alarm. Its light was off. She stared at it. No one buys an alarm and ignores it. Not someone like Graham Weller. She walked through the house like she was reading it. Everything was neat, controlled. No sign he'd run, no sign he'd panicked. He'd died sitting down. That meant he either didn't realize what was happening, or he couldn't move. Downstairs, the kitchen was spotless, but on the counter something caught her eye. A thin strip of adhesive residue, fresh and clean, like a label had been peeled off recently. Someone had removed something and didn't want anyone to know it had been there. Outside, the fire captain was already building the story. "Accidental CO, he said. "That's what it looks like." Maya looked back up the stairs at the quiet office, where Graham sat like a man frozen mid-thought. "Yeah," she said softly. "That's what it looks like." By morning, the official narrative was already forming. Tragic accident, faulty furnace, carbon monoxide, unfortunate timing. The medical examiner confirmed the cause quickly. CO exposure, no assault, no obvious poison. Perfect. Almost too perfect. At the precinct, Maya sat with the file open while her partner, Detective Owen Price, leaned on the doorway with a coffee. "You don't look convinced." "I'm not," Maya said. Owen shrugged. CO deaths happen. People don't realize until it's too late. "This guy documented his grocery receipts," Maya replied. "He doesn't forget an alarm." Owen sat across from her. "You think someone killed him with carbon monoxide?" "I think someone made carbon monoxide look like a mistake." Maya showed Owen the still photo from the body cam. Graham's desk, the list on the laptop. What's that? Owen asked. Names, Maya said. Contractors, permit offices, consulting firms. Owen squinted at the amounts on the right. Bribes? Or payments, Maya said. Or something he was about to expose. Owen exhaled. Okay, that's motive territory. Maya nodded once. Now tell me why his phone isn't on him. Owen blinked. Wait, no phone? Charger plugged in. No phone anywhere, Maya said. Nothing else missing. Silence settled between them. So what do we do? Owen asked. Maya stood. We go to the basement. The mechanical room smelled like dust and metal. The furnace sat against the wall like a sleeping animal no one thought about until it killed someone. A city inspector was already there, annoyed. Detective Arden, I already said, maintenance issue, venting problem. Maya crouched near the exhaust pipe. There was a slight shift where it met the wall. Not dramatic, but the seal around it looked new, too clean, too neat. She didn't touch it. She pointed. That sealant, when was it applied? The inspector frowned. Could be from repair. Maya's eyes narrowed. The sealant had a slight gloss, like it hadn't fully cured. Fresh. Owen leaned in. Recent repair would explain new sealant. Maya stood. Then we find the repair record. Upstairs, Graham's folders were organized like a filing system built for control. Receipts, logs, printed emails. And there, 2 weeks earlier, an invoice for furnace service. Company, Northbridge Heating, and air technician, E. Kane. Maya stared at it. Run the company. Owen searched. His brow tightened. Nothing. No listing, no website, no address. Maya looked at the invoice again. Logo, phone number, signature. A company that didn't exist. Her stomach dropped in that quiet, unmistakable way that meant the case had just changed shape. This wasn't an accident, she said. Owen swallowed. So someone posed as a heating tech to get access and made the house kill him, Maya finished. That night, Maya drove home with the feeling she was being watched. Not because she saw someone, because she didn't. She parked under her building's light and listened before she got out. Nothing. Then her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She let it ring. A second later, a text appeared. Stop digging. Cold spread through her chest. Not fear exactly. More like confirmation. She didn't respond. She dug deeper. The next morning, with warrants in place, they pulled Graham's accounts. A tech analyst named Rena pointed at a map. His phone last pinged inside the home at 12:58 a.m. After that, nothing. So it died, Owen said. Rena shook her head. It stopped communicating, like it was powered off. Maya's eyes narrowed. Someone turned it off. They pulled a neighbor's doorbell camera across the street. At 12:46 a.m., a dark sedan parked. A hooded figure walked up the driveway with the confidence of someone who belonged there. 8 minutes later, he returned to the car carrying something small. Not a laptop, not jewelry, small. Owen rewound. 8 minutes. Maya's voice was flat. Long enough to grab a phone. They traced the car not by the plate, too blurry, but by a faint decal in the rear window. A local gym sticker with a triangle logo. One gym was still open. They went in and asked about Elliot Kane. The manager hesitated, then nodded. Yeah, comes in late. Quiet guy. Parking lot footage showed Elliot arriving at 11:30 p.m., the night of Graham's death, leaving at 12:20, returning at 1:40. Perfect. An alibi. Almost perfect. But Maya noticed the trunk. When Elliot left at 12:20, it sat slightly higher. When he came back at 1:40, it looked normal again. He dropped something off, Maya said. They watched Elliot's apartment for 2 days. When they finally approached, he stepped outside calm, carrying a small toolbox, looking like someone you'd ask for directions. Elliot Kane? Maya asked. Yes, he said, polite. Detective Arden, she said, flashing her badge. A few questions. His smile tightened when she said, Graham Weller. I don't know him. Then you won't mind explaining why your name is on a furnace service invoice in his house, Maya said. A tiny pause, a tiny crack. I do repair work sometimes, he said. I don't remember every customer. Northbridge Heating and Air doesn't exist, Maya said. He shrugged. Subcontract. I don't handle paperwork. Owen asked, "Can we come in?" "Do you have a warrant?" Elliot asked calmly. Not yet, and he knew it. He walked away like a man who believed the world couldn't touch him. 2 days later, they got the warrant. Elliot's apartment was neat, sterile, tools, gloves, a hoodie, a burner phone, and on that burner phone, one saved draft, "Stop digging." It proved intimidation, not murder. Maya wanted the thing that turned almost into certain. Then a CSI tech called from the bathroom. Behind the toilet tank, taped underneath a shelf, was a plastic bag. Inside was a phone. Graham Weller's phone. Owen stared. Why keep it? Because he couldn't let it go, Maya said. A trophy. They powered it on carefully. It lit up, and Maya's blood went cold when a notification appeared. A scheduled email draft, time-stamped for 1:30 a.m. If anything happens to me, check the furnace invoice. Northbridge is fake. Graham had suspected, before he died. And Elliot hadn't known Graham suspected. That was the mistake. They brought Elliot in that night. In the interview room, he sat calm, water untouched, like he'd rehearsed being innocent. Maya didn't start with anger. She started with something he couldn't resist. Admiration. "You did it clean," she said. "Did what?" he asked. She slid the evidence across. The fake invoice, the draft threat text, the stolen phone, then the scheduled email. Elliot read it, and the calm didn't turn into panic. It turned into irritation, because Graham had left a fingerprint on Elliot's perfect plan. Maya kept her voice soft. "You can keep denying, but a jury will see a fake company, your tools, his phone hidden in your apartment, and a threat text sent to a detective. You'll go away anyway." Elliot stared at the table for a long moment, then looked up. "How do you know it wasn't just maintenance?" Maya didn't blink. "Because Graham was careful, and his CO alarm worked 2 months ago." His eyes narrowed. "You replaced it," Maya said. That was the moment he realized she wasn't guessing. She was rebuilding his plan piece by piece. Elliot exhaled slowly, then leaned back like a man who couldn't stand letting someone else tell his story. "Fine," he said quietly. "You want to know how I did it?" Maya clicked on the recorder. Elliot spoke with calm pride. "I didn't make carbon monoxide. The furnace did. Furnaces always can, if something isn't right." He explained how he created conditions, not chaos, just small adjustments. How he built a fake company because people never questioned service workers. How he made the vent look like wear, not sabotage. Then he admitted the part Maya already knew. "I didn't steal anything," he said, "except the phone." "Why?" Maya asked. "Because phones tell the truth," Elliot said. "Location, calls, messages. If you leave it, it keeps talking." "And the smoke alarm call?" Owen asked. Elliot shrugged. "I needed the first assumption. I needed it documented as CO, clean cause of death." He almost smiled. "It's amazing how much you can control when you control the first assumption." Maya watched him carefully. "And the phone?" she asked again. Elliot's gaze sharpened. "I kept it until the case closed," he admitted. "Then I would have destroyed it." "Why didn't you?" Maya asked. His voice dropped. "Because I wanted to see what he'd written." "About you," Maya said. That was it. Not money, not fear, ego. A man so obsessed with being invisible that he couldn't resist checking if he was still seen. Maya slid the screenshot of Graham's scheduled email back toward him. Elliot stared at it for a long time. Then he whispered, almost to himself, "He shouldn't have figured it out." Maya's voice stayed cold. "But he did." Elliot's politeness cracked into something real. "I didn't do it for fun," he said sharply. He was going to expose contracts and payments and names. He was going to burn everything down just to feel important. Maya didn't answer. She didn't need to. He'd confessed, and the almost perfect murder had finally become imperfect. The case closed fast after that. Plea deal, sentencing, no public trial. The names on Graham's laptop never fully surfaced. Someone somewhere was relieved. Maya hated that part. A week before sentencing, she returned to Graham's house one last time. The office was empty now, desk cleared, chair gone, the room stripped down to harmlessness. But she could still imagine him there late at night, writing a list like a man trying to force the world to admit it wasn't clean. In the hallway, the old CO alarm had been replaced. A new one blinked green. Quiet. Perfect. Almost. Maya stood by the front door and looked back once more, then whispered something she didn't put in her report. The scariest murders aren't the bloody ones. She stepped out into the night. They're the ones that look like nothing happened at all. And behind her, a house sat silent, holding a death that had almost been invisible. Almost. Dark evidence. Case closed.